What's up, everyone? I know the video cut off right as I was about to do number 10 for the Bible study, which actually kind of surprised me what it said, which I'll pull it up real quick. I don't know why I'm trying to put on my hat when I just took it off. Yeah, somebody might be coming to look at my dressers that I just listed. I'm kind of excited if they come. That'd be nice. It's $500, man. I paid over $3,000 for this stuff. $5,000. It would be, listen, those dressers, this dresser right here, that dresser, the matching one out there with the table, costs a lot of money. The $500 I'm asking is cheap. Like, they're winning. They're getting a steal. So, yeah. So, I do a lot of algebra studying. I'm going to be doing Chasing Storms, and I'm going to school for it, full sail. That's why I got to get down south. So, I do a lot of number studying, and I love Jesus. So, it's really, like, I spend a lot of time in the Bible. Listen, I study every night, every day. I'm in that Bible every day. And I read other things too. I read yoga books. I got books. I love books. And that's another thing too, is I got this sailboat. I got to make sure that I got a bookshelf, or a place to put all my books. And it's got to be, salt air does not good. Salt water is not good for stuff. It's just not good. Stuff don't last. So I'm probably going to make something to keep it, dry. Like, a dehumidifier or something, maybe. Something, whatever I had to come up with. But, so I wanted to look up the meaning of number 10. We looked up number 10. I didn't get to finish it with you guys. So, that's what we'll do. I'm just going to go over the stuff that they know about number 10. It isn't everything, and there might be things that I miss or don't speak about that maybe someone knows, but this is just some basic stuff I'm going over. And that's why I study numbers as well. As not only numbers don't lie, we know physically numbers don't lie. We use numbers for everything, and so did Jesus, so did God. God used numbers. God knows all the numbers. He knows everything. He is in everything. So, but I'll go ahead and read it. It says, so you can find this stuff on BibleStudy.org. This is nothing that is like I know that nobody else knows. You can find all this stuff out. All this stuff is on the internet. So, but it says the meaning of number 10. It says the number 10 in the Bible is used 242 times. The designation 10th is used 79 times. So 10 is also viewed as a complete and perfect numeral, as is 3, 7, and 12. It is made up of 4, which represents the physical creation, which is the cross, which I mentioned 8 represents the cross as well, which 4 represents wholeness. The number 4 is really significant, The number 4 is all the way back to symbology. It goes all the way back to Jurassic times, God used number 4 to create the world. Without number 4, you couldn't even have the world. The world wouldn't even be able to exist. So, and I'm not talking about the universe. I'm talking about just the physical world, the physical body of the earth. Number 4 represents all of it, and that's why I love LOVE. If in English, you spell love LOVE. There's 4 syllables, or 4 letters. So, it says, we find in Genesis 1 that the phrase God said 10 times. It says in Genesis 1, the phrase God is said 10 times, which is a testimony of his creative power, which I mentioned you have to think of it before you say it. So God had to think of everything before he even spoke it, which God spoke. It said God spoke it, right? Which if you think of like the Big Bang Theory, the boom, God, boom, pretty much the same thing in a sense if you think about it. You know, he the light, you know, he said, God, let there be light, and there was light. So, um, you know, and that's another thing too. I've always wondered, like, so if he was light, right? I've been asking him this. If he's light, right, and there was nothing but complete darkness, which is evil, right? There's got to be more darkness than light. I'm assuming. Where, you know, why? Where is he coming from? Why is he doing this? Are we going to be, you know, I say right on the light. We, you know, we fight good all the time, bad and good. You know, we want order. We all want order. You know, so what is it that now that I love Jesus, I know that I know he tells me all the time to tell people about him, show people what his love is, but what is the purpose of it? Why am I doing it? What, you know what I mean? If why am I doing it if I'm already saved? Right? If I'm already saved, if there's nothing that I have to do that I can do to be saved, then why am I doing it in the first place? Which I'll get to. I'm gonna be making I'm gonna be making videos about it. I don't just want to talk about it immediately right this second because I want to be able to take scripture and I want to be able to give my reason behind it and be able to, you know, um, be able to back it up in a sense. Which I know in my heart this is real, but I have to, you know, I'm showing everybody in this hair piece of hair. I cut my hair the other day, like last week, by myself. I'll never do that again. I cut it too short on accident, not thinking that the hair up here has to be longer than the hair back here if I'm pulling it back. Yep, another stupid me. So I've been growing out my hair for 3 years now. I've cut it obviously many times. To shorten it because it's gotten really long. I don't want it that long, but I love my long hair. That's who I am, you know. But it says we find Genesis 1 that God said, you know, the phrase God. He said it 10 times, which is a testimony of his creative power. God gave the 10 commandments to man, which is 10. 10 therefore represents man's responsibility, keep the commandments. A tithe is a tenth of our earnings and is a testimony of our faith in the Lord, which I tithe. That's why I give so much away. The Passover lamb was selected on day 10 of the first month in Exodus 12:3, as was Jesus, the lamb that takes away the sins of the world. In John 12:28, 29, 1 Corinthians 5:7, it says, Day 10 of the seventh month is also the holy day, known as the Day of Atonement. This unique day of fasting pictures the removal of Satan, the author of sin, before the millennial reign of Jesus begins, which is Revelation 21:2. It says, the last great ruling kingdom of man under Satan is symbolized prophetically by the 10 toes of Daniel 2 and the 10 horns of Revelation 13 and 17. It says, appearances of the number 10. It says, 10 generations of man lived on earth before the flood. Waters came and swept away all those who were disobedient. Noah, the 10th generation, was 600 years when he and 7 other family members entered the ark. It says the patriarchs who preceded Noah are Adam, Seth, Enos, Canaan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, and Lamech, who was Noah's father. Incredibly, the average age of these 10 patriarchs is 857 years old. If we leave out the unusual circumstance of God transporting Enoch at the age of 365, we end up with an average lifespan of 912 years. Which I read a book that proves that our DNA is self-destructing. Our DNA is degrading. Every time we get someone pregnant, every time a man gets a woman pregnant, our DNA is slowly it degrades. It's getting worse and worse and worse. Which goes to prove if you look at biblical, you know, if you look at it and you read the if you read the Bible and you understand it and you look at everything biblically, it proves that God cursed the earth, that everything is degrading, that the earth will never last, and that's part of it. That's part of how everything has to work. Which I've been asking God for all these answers. Which he's been leading me. He's been giving me answers to a lot of these questions I've been seeking that people have been asking for a long time. Which I'm excited to share with people, and this is why I'm doing the channel. But it says the 10 Old Testament books most referred to in the New Testament are the following. Those are the most quoted books, which I think that's it. I think that's all. Oh no, number 10 in the Exodus. It says number 10 in the Exodus, the 10 plagues of God sent on ancient Egypt in order to free his people, represented his complete and total judgment of the pagan empire, which a lot of people, they say pagan, and then you say the word pagan. This is funny. You'll say the word pagan, and people are like, oh, I'm a Viking, and I'm this, I'm a pagan. They don't even know what pagan really means, first of all. And all that translation really is just anybody that's not under God's ruling. It's funny when people say that, because even all those stories, even the Vikings and all the stories, even all the Hindu stories, dude, listen, if you go read the Sanskrit, which is the oldest religion text that they have, it's dated older than the Bible, right? Guess what they speak of? A savior. They do. They say a savior is going to come, and he say it's going to be one that not only he'll be in the knowledge of meditation and in spiritual, but he'll be in the knowledge of grace, because they knew, even the Indians knew that the world would end, that it's part of the cycle, and they knew that God was so good, that God is so great, that God would have a way out for everyone. And that's another thing I want to talk about too, karma and Jesus. Karma is real. And that's why you must believe in Jesus, because when you believe in Jesus, therefore all that karma doesn't come back to you. But you must work for Jesus. You can't just simply believe in Jesus and then expect to be healed and to not have all that stuff you've done in your past come back to you. You must work for it. That's why the Apostle Paul, which was Saul, he said, faith without works is dead. You can't. We all have to work. That was a curse from the beginning anyways, which God turned it into a blessing. He cursed us, but then turned it into a blessing. Because what do we do when we work for others? We help others, right? So, it was the 10 plagues. Everybody knows I've heard about the 10 plagues. He sent the 10 plagues to free his people, which is, it was just his people that were supposed to hold the sacred knowledge, which they didn't. They let evil, take over. He didn't want them oppressed no more. So then there's more. It says that more info on biblical meaning of 10. It says there are at least 10 books mentioned in the Old Testament which did not become part of the finalized Bible we read today. It says they are sometimes referred to as the lost books. It says the book of the words of the Lord, the book of Jasher. It says the book of Acts of Solomon, the book of Nathan, the prophet, the book of Gad the seer. It says the prophecy of Elijah, the Shulamite, the visions of Iddo the seer, and it says the book of Shema the prophet, the book of Jehu the son of Hanani, and the sayings of Hosea, which I keep this bookmarked. BibleStudy.org is bookmarked, and I'm eventually going to try to see if I can find some of these books, these lost books. I'm going to start searching the internet, see if I can find anything. I buy stuff all the time. I go to book sales. I collect books. I want to go to that book sale down in the Eastern Market that's coming up soon, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it in time. I got all these plans. If I can make it over there, do a side trip, just run over there real quick, it'd be nice. I gotta sell all this furniture and try to get this truck sold before I can really do anything because I'm moving, I'm heading south, so that's number one thing is heading south, but yeah. So if you ever want to look that stuff up, you can, you can look up all these biblical numbers, which my angel number is 63, which I'll be doing a video on that, how to do that. You can Google that though, you can search the internet and know how to look up your birthday and learn how to do your angel number. But mine came out to 63, which was interesting because 63 is the number of all the texts in the codex, the Russian codex, which is all the books of the Bible together equals 63, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, I look all that stuff up. I got it. My phone's going off crazy. My phone keeps on vibrating. So I'm about to smoke, check my emails and stuff. I'll get with you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna finish cleaning up. Like I said, check emails and that stuff. Maybe I'll have some cool computer stuff to show you guys, some programs that I actually got to mess with and download, and I can show you guys how to use them. Some stuff that I'm gonna be using for charting, sailing stuff, that type of stuff. And then I got to get my wireless stuff working too, because that's important. I'm going to be traveling, so I got to get all my wireless, like my wireless card working, and I got to get, all that software working for my pen testing and stuff, so I'll probably be doing that tonight. I'll make some videos, maybe get AirCrack up and running, AirCrack NG, because this laptop, I had it all running, doing everything I needed to do, and then it crashed that one day, so I had to redo everything, and so far it's been going good. So I'm gonna attempt to install all the drivers and stuff for my wireless stuff, and get everything set up on that, because that's my main machine I use every day. It's important that I have that, because when I do all these recordings and stuff, and all this bike riding, I'll be able to upload it on that, and then when I get back to the car, or the headquarters or hotel room, whatever I'm staying that night, I gotta take everything from this and transfer it to that, and then I can, if I'm not straight uploading it, like if I gotta do editing or anything like that, it's gotta go on that machine, because this machine will take forever. I gotta put it on that laptop, which, that laptop is, I gotta get that up and running too. I mean, it's already up and running, but I gotta, I've never done any video editing, man. I've never done any of this stuff really. So I've always done computer stuff, networking, music stuff, setting up, fixing up. I'm a tech guy. I fix things. That's what I do. I fix things. I fix everything. I'm a jack of all trades in a sense. But yeah, I'm a hardware tech, and I do software. I do programming as well. That's why I love Linux. So you guys will be seeing all of that. It's hard because I'm packed everything up. I'm moving. So you guys are kind of. I was gonna make videos before I moved of me, doing all this tech work and stuff, but God told me to wait, man. He told me to wait, and I'm glad I did, because I didn't think I was ever going to be doing the sailing thing, and it's always been in the back of my mind. Like, I've always wanted to do it. It's always been there, like, it's always been lingering, and I've really buckled down this year and got everything together. So, if it wasn't for Jesus, man, I wouldn't be doing this. I thank him every day. I thank Jesus every day for this, because this is amazing. And to meet Margarita, that woman that you guys are all gonna meet eventually, That's grace. That's grace. That's grace. There's no way. There's no way that's not God, you know? So, yeah, I'm excited to bring you guys with me, man. I know it's not much yet. It's not. You know, you guys probably laughing at me, you know. It's nice to see. I see that I'm holding your guys' attention. You know, you guys are watching. So, it says, you know, you guys are watching through my video. So, that's good. I don't know what it is, why you guys are watching. Maybe you guys laughing at me. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and upload this video. I'm gonna go do some stuff, smoke, hit this, you know, a couple times, and then figure everything out. Check these Facebook things. Um, I gotta organize some more stuff, clean some more stuff, cause I gotta be out of here. My nose itches. I always get like these long hairs. I always pull them out like that. Shit hurts. I got most of them though. Yeah, I used the trimmers the other day. Yeah. But yeah, I'll let you guys go. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right. Yeah, I'll take care, man. God bless. Maybe we'll do another Bible study. I'll do a card. We'll actually get in the Bible instead of just looking up the number 10. We'll actually read something. So yeah, take care, guys. God bless.